Hoon Eng, can you tell us more about yourself, please?
Well, I teach in the university in the US, and I have two gay sons who came out to me when they were 15 years old.
So what were your thoughts when they came out to you at 15 years old? Oh, my son is having sex with men at 15 years old, oh my god.
Not really, no. I think even at that stage, even though I was actually, especially when my first son came out to me, even though I was a little bit ignorant, not completely blur, but I knew he wasn't having sex at that time. He was basically telling me that he was attracted to people of the same sex.
Okay. So how did you deal with this?
At that stage, my first thought was that he was going to have a tough life, because I knew about discrimination, about snide remarks that people would make, and how people had stereotyped images of gay people. And so I was worried about him.
So what makes you choose to come out in this book? Why did you want to come out in this book?
Well, this is, of course, several years later, and they're both grown up now and very strong in their identity, in their sexual identity as well, and their sexual orientation. And so I thought that this was, when Clarence spoke to me about this book, I thought it was time to come out for gay people to come out, gay and lesbian people, and also for a parent, because at that time when they came out, I was quite ignorant and, as I said, a little blur, and I was trying to find information, but that was like 10 years ago. The internet wasn't so easy to use, and it was very difficult for me to find any information in Singapore. So I had to go overseas to look for books about how to deal with young gay people.
So if there are some parents of gay and lesbian children here, what would your advice to them?
I think now my advice would be, I actually found one book, and I'm going to plug this book, that's called Always My Child. You can look it up, and I hope Borders will carry it, but I know you can find it on Amazon.com.
Borders, hint.
And it's really, really good. It talks about how you deal with children who may not necessarily be openly gay and lesbian yet, but who may be questioning and so on, and how do you deal with children in the sense that if they are so closeted, they're afraid to come and talk to you, they may have other problems. And the advice is really to be as loving as possible to your children, and show that you do support them.
Okay, thank you, Hoon Eng. Anyway, statistics have shown that gay and lesbian youth do have a higher tendency to commit suicide. So to read more about, later you will ask Hoon Eng to read her story. Okay, we have interviewed Jeremy. Is there any more things you want to tell us? Don't want already. Shy, scared. You have any question for Jeremy? I'm so shy. Okay, never mind. I want his phone number later after when he go and sign autograph, you can secretly slip your number behind. But anyway, he's attached, so yeah. Okay, Yang Fa. Can you tell us a little more about yourself, please? What do you do?
Which language is that?
Which language is that? Tell us how old are you? A woman's age is not. It's a secret.
This is the face on page 186. I'm 31. My name is Yang Fa, and also it's not kind of gathering.
What do you do?
I work in a non-profit organization. I work as a volunteer and training coordinator, and yeah, so it's a non-profit organization, so that means it's a charity. I'm a non-profit worker, charity worker. Okay.
But you don't get paid huh?
I do get paid, just not very well. No. Yeah, that's what I do. I really do.
Okay, no, Yang Fa, why did you choose to come out in this book?
Why not? I thought it was something that I just thought I wanted to do. Maybe part of me is thinking, well, it's something that maybe I could leave behind for my nieces, because when I was asked to do this interview, I had 3 nieces at the time. Now I've got 4. I've got a 5th one coming. So I'm an uncle, very proud uncle of 3, soon to be 4, soon to be 5 nieces. And I think there's just a little legacy I'd like to leave behind for them, so that when they grow up, they'll know a bit more about me. They're still a bit too young to read such a thick book now, but it's something that I'd like them to be proud of, just as I'm proud of them as an uncle. Something, yeah.
So what's the one thing that you hope to achieve by coming out in this book?
Well, As quite a few people have said earlier, coming out is a process, so it's a process that's different for different people, whether you're a man or woman, whatever your ability or disability may be. But eventually, maybe it's something you're comfortable doing, so come out wherever you are.
Okay, well, I see a crowd growing. Now, for those who have just joined us, this is a launch of SQ21, Singapore Queer in the 21st Century. It's a story about 15 people who come out and gay, lesbian, bisexual, and parents of the LGBT community. I keep forgetting about her, very important this one. Okay, so if you want to read more about the story, please purchase the book. It's only $23 and we do have quite a limited copies. Alright, thank you, Yang Fa. Sheila, you feeling better already? Okay, now...
Sorry, a bit fainted.
It's okay. Too many people, too many pretty people around, that's why. Cannot like that lah. Okay, Sheila, why do you want to come out in this group?
I think it's important because most of us are middle class and English educated people that are coming out. And there are different communities dealing with these issues in different ways. I've got a lot more contact with Indian people who are gay and lesbian, and I felt that it's important for me to come out to give them a face and to also offer support in that community environment.
So what's the one main message that you want the people who read the book to take away with?
That no self-hatred. No, don't hate us and don't make us hate ourselves. That's really important.
That's where the discrimination comes about, the stigmatization comes about, but you begin to realize that actually all the gays look so different. We have 4 different patterns one here. Alright, thank you Sheila. And Nicholas, want to tell us more about yourself?
Okay, I'm 21. I'm starting a bit sluggish because I just came out of camp. I'm currently now serving my national service in the Navy. So my coming out story in this book is one about coming out in the army. And yeah, that's all.
So you declared 302?
No, I didn't declare 302.
For those who don't know, 302 is the form that you sign for declaration when you declare as a transvestite or transsexual, sorry. But the gay also go into the category lah.
So yeah, when I was at the medical center and they asked me, do you have any mental problems, i.e. homosexuality, I said no. That's why I'm sitting here. But when I was in the army, right, before I went to the army, I had a lot of advice from my other friends how to be careful in the army, because the army is, full of that whole macho, homophobic, I'm gonna bum your ass, not in a good way, kind of thing, So they said, well, Nicholas, you go inside, you gotta be careful, you are so picture, you're gonna have base when you go inside. So I had to be like, I was like really scared, so I had to like, try to act. And it was really difficult for me because before this really, right, I was really quite open about my sexuality, especially when I was in Polytechnic, because I was in this underground support group called TPAJ, which is this sort of like a student union for gay people kind of thing. So there was this underground support group that was formed by youth for youth, and it was there that I came out. And after going through that whole, tear sob period, that I finally came out, army hit me, and that was like, shit. I had to go back to the closet again, and that was really difficult for me.
So now where are you at?
I'm now at Changi Naval Base.
No, not the army base, but as in the sense